I'm here today with Uganda Cranes fullback, Phillip Wokorach. He has played for Heathens before, but now plays his professional trade with Cabra Sugar. Join me today as we discuss a few things with him in this interview, and I'm certain some things you don't know about him you'll get to know. Phillip, thank you for being here with me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Uganda is practically confirmed for being third in the Gold Cup. What do you rate about our exploits this year? How have we done this year in the Gold Cup?
I believe we've done well, despite having different players coming in without even training, but still we managed to come out third. I believe if we had ample time to play together and train together, like play all the games together, I think we would have been in a much better place. But for now, there's nothing we can do. All we have.
Do you think we would have made it to the World Cup in the first place?
Yes, I believe we would have, because the distraction we had was the Sevens World Cup. Some players play both 15s and 7s,
Yes.
so when they pulled out, they left big holes in the team, and that's why I think we are number 3. But if it wasn't for that, I believe we would have played much better and would have been in a better position.
Okay. You didn't play the first game against Namibia, so I'm thinking if it happened and God forbid you are out of the team, who would you fancy to replace you in the team?
That would go back to management, because I don't choose the team either.
Say you are manager.
It's not a guarantee that I'll always play for Uganda at number 15. So I believe the coaches have their other options that he can use at 15 and all. Most probably, if Odong was in shape, coach would give him. So it's back to management. I believe they know better who will fit in and who will do what they want.
You've talked about players being out of the team, new players coming in. How do you think we've filled the Lawrence Oliver gap? Because he was very instrumental last year, and this year he's out with an injury.
It wasn't an easy task for the coaches. They had to call up Okia, because Okia wasn't called in the first place, but they had no option. And he was always available. So he has played so well, and I believe he covered that gap so well. And despite missing him here and there, but Okia was really impressed.
Okay. Tell me, how is the atmosphere in Kenya?
Kenya is tough, but only the tough get going. So when it toughens, you have to toughen up as well.
So you would describe yourself as a tough person because you've been making headlines day in, day out in Kenya.
It's not about making the headlines, but it's doing what you love. If you love what you do, then you'll always proceed to the next level.
What do you think we can do in Uganda to reach the level that Kenya is at?
We just need 1 or 2 teams to come up and decide to go at least semi-pro, maybe contract players for a number of months or even a year, keep them together, make them train together like twice a day. These things of training once a day wouldn't help for a rugby player. You need enough training, both conditioning and pitch. So I believe if you have like 2, 3 teams deciding on that and taking the next level, I believe Uganda will grow up, because we have the skill.
We do.
Despite the size, but size can be gotten in the gym. So if you have the skill and the size, then why not? So if 2 teams come up and decide to take it on, I believe Uganda will be up there. Because even right now with the size we have, believe me not, back there in Kenya, they know Ugandans are small, but we are lethal.
Yeah, I know. I know a few things about Ugandans being small and lethal, because I don't know if Phillip has also become a name in Kenya, and he used to be a small man, but he has forced his way through. So by pro, do you mean that our clubs are yet to get to that professional level?
Yes, I believe so. Because if you look at all the clubs in Uganda and you compare them to the Kenyan clubs, you would see a very big difference. Give an example. Homeboys came here and played a friendly game with
The Legends,
the Legends, Barbarians, but
yes,
you saw the difference, and I believe that wasn't the first team of Homeboys. If it was the first team, even the score would have been bigger.
Imagine have been
But
bigger.
you see, the second team gave them a run for their money, but that is what it takes.
So unless we go semi-pro or even pro, we are still losing the Elgon Cup to Kenya?
That is nothing to do with going semi-pro or what. That is a derby between Uganda and Kenya. And I believe next year, if we don't get distractions like this year when we had the Sevens World Cup coming in and all, I believe next year it will be different, because the previous year we played so well because everyone was focused on the 15s and no distraction. But this year, that's why the score was like that, because we had players playing in the 7s and 15s. So a few, I wouldn't say they were scared of getting hurt, but there's a bigger picture ahead. Why would I get hurt in the Elgon Cup yet? We have the World Cup.
We have San Francisco.
I believe next year we prepare well and train as a team together, Kenya will go down.
You played for the Academy Sevens team and made it to the finals sometime, and you won. And you won against our Pirates team, which hadn't been beaten before. What do you say about our seven structure right now? Is it improving? What can we do? How are we going to get better?
Personally, I'm so happy with the way things have changed in Uganda. Back then it was Heathen Scobs. By this time round, there's a team that has come in strong and it has proven itself to be the best right now.
You can say the name.
Pirates. And I believe if all teams take up the decisions Pirates has done and follow what Pirates is doing, I believe Uganda will go up there. Pirates is not so big. Their players are not so big. But if you see the dedication and love they have for the team, they keep pushing. Even if there are distractions here and there, they'll still find a way to push and lift the team up, which is different from other clubs. Pirates is not I wouldn't say it's the best, but because of what they have as a team, the passion, the love for the team itself and for the game. That is the difference between Pirates and other clubs. Other clubs have the love for the game, but they don't have the passion for their teams. Let us lift our team up there. Giving an example, Magomo played the circuit when he was told not to.
Coronation.
He wanted Pirates to win. You see, that is what I'm talking about. So you have to stand out and carry your team. If it is to carry it on your shoulders alone, you have to keep going.
Still talking about sevens. Let's cross to Kenya. The sevens, national sevens circuit in Kenya are on.
Yeah.
And have you been following Cabras and what they're doing?
Yes, I have.
You have, and apparently they're not doing so well. There's Homeboys. Homeboys have won 2 circuits so far.
Yep.
When do you see yourself being the change that Cabras need when you go back to Cabras?
Not really, but if so happens, then maybe. But I believe Cabras right now is going through a hard time. They sacked the former coach even before the sevens started, so they are trying to regroup. Recently, they got a new coach from South Africa, so I believe by the time I'm back, maybe they will have settled and they'll be in the mix, playing well.
So are you very pumped to play under this new coach?
I'm always ready to play under any coach, so long as I do my part and he does his part, so there's no problem.
You've lost 2 consecutive Kenya Cup finals to the same opponent. I'm sure that must have disorganized you somewhere, somehow.
Yes, it has. But at the end of the day, whoever wants it more will always win. So I believe they were meant to win because they were more prepared. They wanted it more. Despite us putting up a big show in the finals, but it wasn't enough. I believe we could play much better. So I wouldn't say we played badly, but it went in their side and they won.
Okay. Have you thought about switching clubs from Cabras to anywhere else?
Of course, yes, I'm open to any big opportunity that comes my way.
Which one do you have your sights set on?
I don't have any, but I'm open to any that comes.
You went through a very disturbing ordeal with the injuries and having to sit out. Then when you came back, you got another injury. You had to sit out again. How would you advise a sportsman, a sportswoman, when they're going through a phase of injuries? Because very many, when they get injuries, they leave sport. But you've been able to bounce back. You've won titles. You've had you now have a professional deal. What would be your best advice to any upcoming athlete, sports person?
I believe if you have a goal, despite what happens, you'll keep pushing. You wouldn't mind any distractions that come your way. So for sportsmen, just know in every sport there are injuries. Injuries are inevitable. So if it's your day, it's your day. It's about you to calm down, go through the recovery program and see if you can get back. But it always be mental, because no one will take you on that pitch. You'll take yourself on the pitch. So if you believe you're okay, you can go back and try. But still you have to, personally, I think because of the injuries, it was a lot to do with staying away from the gym. Rugby players need to hit the gym, because there's nothing that is going to be easy on. When you're taking in the ball, you have to have the energy, and it's only made in the gym. Don't believe someone can come out of the blue and say, I'm going to play rugby. If you look at the professional clubs out there, they must have a strength and conditioning coach. That coach is meant to take you guys to the gym, have different exercises to strengthen you up. So I believe all those injuries were up of gym and all, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't get any injury now, but at least it has put me where I am right now. I feel stronger, I feel fitter, and
So the gym is something they have to do.
when it comes to rugby, you have to hit the gym. If you really want to play up there, and if you not just want to play mediocre rugby, maybe touch rugby, it's good. But if you want to play professional rugby or play at a high level, you have to hit the gym.
Um, your story is a very good example of success in schools rugby, success in local rugby, and success outside Uganda. Have you been following the current schools rugby calendar closely?
I lost touch this year. The previous years I was following, but kept going down, down, down.
So the levels are reducing.
Yeah. So back in the days, our school tournaments were really up there. They were even, I would say, they were much better than even the club,
And then confidence, yes,
even the
yes.
club games. So the intensity was high there. And you would see, if I give you an example of people that played during that time, Ivan Magomu, Ayasogena, okay? I don't know if Ruth was playing for Kololo, Mono was there. So I think you can see the players. But right now, the few that have finished are on the team. Paul Sekati used to play with him, Marvin Odong. Yeah, so back then it was up there, but I think there's something that is going wrong in between, which the union should find out and find a solution as soon as possible, because that is the grassroots of the women rugby. So
Because I remember in Form 6, schools final, we were playing against Hannah, and you did very, very disturbing things to my boys when they were young. But now there's no Hannah anywhere.
yeah,
Kololo, I think, is also phasing out.
so, yes.
Yet they've won a few
And
champions before.
few players have gotten scholarships in Kenya from Kololo. So that's why you see Kololo is going down. Most of their good players, after playing the East African games, were spotted from Kenya and they were taken up.
But I think that would be good for their game and
Yes,
for their country.
yes, yes, I believe so. Because they're making their own name there in Kenya, and it's really good seeing them there playing and happy, as well as them.
Okay, back to Uganda still. Why do people think Michael is your brother, Michael Wokorach?
Because we share a name. But, and those who grew up with us think we were really brothers, because we grew up together. My mom and his mom and themselves from childhood. So,
You play rugby.
and we both play rugby. So many people think we're brothers, but they're not.
Have you been following women's rugby in Uganda as well? What what would you comment about it? Because they've been to Africa Sevens and they came out second. I think which is an achievement. So what's your comment on that?
Let them keep their eyes on the prize. There's always room for improvement. I believe if they keep working hard, one day they will win the Africa Cup. Personally, I think they're doing well.
One last thing before we probably end this. Are you dating anyone? With that, hello, we are calling this interview to a halt, and thank you for watching. Please stay on Kratos.